sijakusikia ukitema kwa hiyo taarifa ya mikutano yako ya kwamba chai isiuzwe tena mpaka Ruto aende, kahawa isiende tena mpaka Ruto aende, lakini ule uchumi ambao unatudhuru sisi wakazi wa pwani ndio wewe umewekea mkazo sana. Naweza nataka tukwambie, si kama viongozi wa pwani tumekubaliana kwa kauli moja, sisi viongozi wa pwani tutaunga mkono William Samoei Ruto kwa tutam. Wewe ujipange na watu wako na sisi tumejipanga. Na sisi pia tuongea na kila mtu na watu wao. Ukisema unaweza ongelea watu wenu kwa kalao, hata sisi tuongelesha watu wetu wa pwani. Huwezi kuwa na monopoly ya kuongea na watu wenu, lakini si viongozi wa pwani wanaongea na watu wetu. Kwa hivyo hata wewe utasikiza amri ya watu wa pwani na viongozi wa pwani. Hata sitatoa directions. Umetoa kwenu? Unasema unatoa kwenu, sitatoa yetu. Lakini utatuharibia utalii, koma kuingilia mambo ya utalii, koma kuingilia mambo ya investment. Asanteni sana.
We've always said this for the longest time ever, that the likes of Gachagua have their interests have never been with us. There was a time we were called that we were not shareholders, and now on issues that happened in a very, very isolated way, you're asking that one of the major sources of income for this particular region and for the country in general to be denied, and that is an element of tourism. Is a very, very saddening. But mine is just to say a big thank you and congratulations to the members of Parliament and the senators to actually did what they did, because God knows if this is the kind of caliber of people who want to call themselves as leaders, it's pretty shameful, pretty shameful. And I concur with the sentiments of my brother that people don't talk about issues that are going to be affecting their regions, but then when you come up with issues that are so hatred in nature, that by killing the economy of this region, you feel that people will end up feeling more destabilized and that votes will go less, and less is truly wanting.
Unajua, kwa miaka mingi sana kunayo mawazo ya kuhujumu uchumi wa maeneo fulani, na hiyo ni sababu msingi moja ambayo sisi kama watu wa jimbo la Pwani tunamuunga mkono nao Rais Ruto, kwa sababu ni siasa ya inclusion na hasa katika mambo ya uchumi. Lakini si mshangao kwa wengine kufikiria kwamba kunena ama kutenda mambo ya kuzidi kuleta umaskini katika maeneo yetu ndio njia yao. It's their norm to sabotage our economic activities, to see that we prosper. It's their norm. They've been doing it for years. So we knew who they are. And we keep saying, we've heard Gachagua criticizing almost every project that is outside his area. He began by giving Reaffirming Summit a very bad name. Then the rail, Asia that is going to Kisumu. Now he's targeting the tourism industry. And our economy in the region is driven by the service industry. But he never criticizes or even attempt to speak around the project that happens in the areas. For example, we know of the Mau Road, 30 billion. Mumemsikia akisema ni mbaya? Mmewahi kumsikia akisema hii barabara ya Kiambu 30 billion ni mbaya ama inaharibiwa jina? Lakini ikifanywa mradi nje ya maeneo anayeita kama yake na si yake, kwa sababu kuna Wakenya pale ambaye wana busara na watakuja kumwelewa tu, agenda yake ni kupoteza watu. Sasa unatutarget sisi kama watu wa jimbo la Pwani. Hapa mahoteli yanawajiri watu, restaurants zinawajiri watu, zinategemea utalii. Ukiambia utalii wasije, na tena unasema sijui paka mwaka sijui gani, kwa sababu hana agenda ya watu hapa, hana imani na amani and it's in the entire republic. If it is not about the mountain, then it is nothing. And you assume you can give direction. Mimi napenda hiyo upuzi wake ambaye anasema wacha nipeane direction. Peane direction kwa nani? Kama unaenda rough, tutaenda rough. Yes. When you touch our uchumi, we will touch you personally. Yes. Because we can't employ the hundreds of thousands or millions of the young people that work in the coastal line, wakifutwa kazi. Or you have now seen the biggest standalone investment, foreign investment, the biggest standalone foreign investment is earmarked for Lamu. You have had 2.1 trillion being invested in Lamu. All of a sudden, you are a concerned leader and you're saying investment should not come to Kenya. Simply because for the first time, Lamu has been earmarked for a mega project, a mega investment, which you know very well, when you open up the opportunity for such an investment, others will follow because it will simply become a logistics hub. Because it is in Lamu, you want to destroy it. If it was in other places, and by the way, sisi sio mahasidi, we never discourage investment in other places. They can continue. Like the way they set up the special economic zone in Naivasha, it's okay. Let it grow because they are as Kenyans as we are. But you cannot give a positive project or a good project a bad name for political reasons. And therefore we want to caution him. Safari asitujaribu. Kama yeye anajua kuchocha, hata sisi tunajua kuchocha. You know, we know how to chocha and we can chocha. Finally, I want to say that we want to thank the team that came from Nairobi, led by the PSS, Belio and Raymond and Dagar and Jacobs, to have had a discussion on our security generally, to ensure tuna usalama katika jimbo hili, and also to enhance our registration and identification. Kwa sababu usalama wetu ni bora kwa kila mtu, ndio maisha yetu. So tumekuwa na mazungumzo muhimu sana hapa ya kusema vile tutaendelea kuweka usalama, vile watu wetu for far too long walikuwa wamefinywa na mambo ya excess vetting ya vitambulisho. Sasa they are playing catch up. Kuna watu wamekuwa watu wazima. You'll be surprised there are people as old as 40, 50, but they've never 70. They've never had an opportunity to own an ID card. So we take that very seriously and we feel encouraged that the government is here to support the coastal people and Kenyans largely, because this region is a diverse one. Here we have every tribe, every race, every religion. So the residents of the coastal region, for once, they now have been recognized and the deliberate efforts been put forward to ensure that they are registered as Kenyans, they have an identification, and matters security to continue to enjoy peace, stability and tranquility is very critical for us because we are a service economy largely. We are a logistics hub, and therefore we're happy to have had these discussions. Every leader has been brought on board. Every comment and sentiments have been captured, and going forward is that we'll continue to work in unity to ensure we transform not only our lives, but the lives of the Kenyan people for their better, for this generation and the future generation.
I just want also to emphasize on what we have discussed here. And first of all, just to emphasize, I think Honorable Rigathi Gachagua has now demonstrated the kind of leader he is. If you look at the tourism sector, it's a whole ecosystem. Within tourism, you get a taxi. Within tourism, you inspire property investors. And therefore, if somebody is urging the international community not to visit Kenya, and this is somebody who wants to lead Kenya, then we now know that he cannot be able to lead this country. And therefore, in our meeting, and I want also to be very clear that we reaffirm our support for Dr. William Samoei Ruto for 2027, because we have seen that this is a president who has an agenda for Kenya, he has an agenda for the coast region. On matters investment, it's not very easy to get investors. We just had the Africa Forward Summit 2 months ago, which profiled our country as a key investment destination. So if we get somebody who is now unwinding those efforts, that is somebody we should ignore. In fact, he should not be anywhere near voters, because he is only minding his own personal interest. and therefore we want to condemn his remarks in the strongest terms possible. This region has strategic investment enablers. We have Dongo Kundu Special Economic Zone just here, where His Excellency the President has ensured a contract between Dongo Kundu and Afrexim running into 30 billion of investments. And therefore, if somebody is now announcing that he wants to direct investments elsewhere, that is not a leader fit for Kenya. So we want Kenyans to know that Rigathi Gachagua does not mean well for this country. He should be ignored. He should be condemned in the strongest terms possible. On matters inclusion, I want also to thank the leaders here and the PSS because this is the first time that the coast region and many other regions that had been marginalized on matters identity cards has now been able to come to the table because Dr. William Samoei Ruto removed all the stringent vetting measures. So we have agreed here as leaders that we will work together. We will work with the Ministry of Interior and other agencies of government to make sure that identity cards are available to the Kenyans here in the coast region and to ensure that they also have a right to enjoy other rights as enshrined in our constitution. Kwa hivyo kwa hayo machache, asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki. Asante sana.